I was asked to kind of illustrate my life, my faith life, and what I realized that this was my brain for years. I've always been involved in church and going to church every time the doors were open. And what I realized was that I wasn't a whole lot different than most guys. This is what our brain looks like. You just don't really know what's going on. It's kind of frazzled. And I went around making a lot of statements saying you need to do this and you need to do that. And I guess it probably helped on some people, but I don't think it was that much effective. So I had a guy walk in my life and he intentionally discipled me. And some of the things that he did was gave me some shapes to talk about identity. And God gives you your identity, and out of that identity you respond through obedience and go out into the world and work. Most people will just run from here and just go do a bunch of things, and that's not very fruitful. Only things that come from God are that fruitful. Your fruit is multiplied. So he also showed me a leadership square, and I can walk you around and show you how to be fruitful, how to make the most of your time, how to be a good leader in each one of these quadrants when you're trying to bring in new ideas. And this is really a good one. This is a semicircle. And what we have here is kind of like a gauge that sometimes you're pegged to work, sometimes you're pegged to rest. The point is, you need to be mixed up somewhere in here, but you need to establish a rhythm of life, whether it be a prayer life, whether it be a work life, a rest life. Those things need to be patterned. So most people think of faith as a stair step getting closer to God, and the better your faith life is, the stronger it is. But either you believe or you don't believe. So that's a straight line. And what we want you to do is not have these undulations like this, but to come through what we call a kairos, which is an aha moment in your life, and walk through that thing and walk to the next one. But we have to use tools and be discipled to be able to utilize this. And what I learned in this thing here, this circle, was not to make statements, but to ask questions. I want to ask questions and find out what's going on in your life. I may think I know what's going on in your life, but if I ask you questions, I can dig into that and you can open up to me and trust me, and we can get to some of the things. And what that does is the helix of the DNA becomes that much more evident. And when I find out what you're made of, we can work together and get involved in each other's life and make something of that. And God's all over that stuff. He created this. He gave you an identity, and each one of these is critical. It's unique in everybody's body. Nobody has the same helix, the same DNA. But you know what? Through every one of these strands, God's DNA runs through here because He created you. He's your Father, and that gives you hope. Have a great day.